Hello everyone, T-Man978 here with Combiner Wars, Transformers Generations Voyager class Silverbolt. The leader of the aerial bots forms the core of the team's combined form, Superion, a single-minded force bent only on Decepticon destruction. Silverbolt transforms in 15 steps. The packaging says it includes the figure, collector's card, and instructions, neglecting to mention his gun and shield. If you do not see his gun and shield right there in the packaging, do not buy that one. And now here's T-Man for the review.
First thing I want to say is this packaging is beautiful. I really like it. This black box with the red letters, that's really nice. You can see Silverbolt down there and Superion right there. You already saw the box. I mean the back. I guess they're taking a Marvel Legends approach, which really stands out. But anywho, you guys don't care about the box. Here's his collector's card. He has an extreme look of fear on his face, like something's about to shoot him, or maybe he's up too high. Here's his gun and shield combined, and this thing feels very cheap. Or these things, I should say, since they separate into a shield and a separate gun. But it almost feels like I'm holding on to air. It's hollow underneath right here. It has some molded in details that I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Let's see. Yeah. But that's a nice touch, but it still feels cheap. I don't know why, but they both have metal pins. I don't really see what that pin is accomplishing. Maybe they tried to make it have more weight, but it didn't work. Finally, Silverbolt. Finally, Silverbolt. He's a nice figure. Unlike his deluxe friends, he has a lot of details in the chest area. And they decided to give him a lot more paint. This head sculpt is amazing. It is so G1 accurate. Let me see. Those eyes are painted blue. That's what it looks like from the back. Here's what he looks like from the back. Here's some nice retro Autobot stickers right here. Well, they're not stickers, but logos. He came out very, very G1-ish. He doesn't feel as cheap as that gun. Articulation, his head has a nice ball joint. He can look up a lot. His head is on, his neck is on a panel, so he can actually look up even further. And he can actually, let me get that panel back. He can look down, but of course the panel's still there, so he can look down even more. Shoulders, they ratchet out. Ratchet forward. Nice loud ratchets. Bicep swivel. And an elbow joint that, let's see. That's not quite 90 degrees. Nothing at the wrist. The hands go up like that. No waist joint. The hips go out like that on a soft ratchet. They can kick forward. Thigh swivel. And he actually has double jointed knees. But articulation is hindered a bit by this back kibble, since he's just basically wearing, just like all other Silverbolts, wearing a jet on his back. His foot can pivot down like that, and he has a heel spur. Here he is with his massive gun. He can barely hold, apparently. Let's see if I do this. Maybe it's purposely designed so he can't hold it like that, since that's Superion's gun. But it fits in his hand in that peg when you separate it. And of course you have the shield that you can put here. Bang, 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 pow, pow, pow. I believe it's due to the transformation, but he has a panel here on his chest that opens up. It doesn't show any like robotic inner details or anything. But that's something you might want to notice or might care about. Here he is with his aerial bot soldiers I have so far. Wait for me! Oh! A couple of older Voyagers. And a leader class toy. Transformation! You want to pull this head and chest panel forward, flip the head in, shut it. Move the arms up like this. Come around here, pull these panels up on the back of his legs. Bend the legs out like this. Flip the heel spurs into the foot. Put the foot up into the back of his leg. Fold the legs to peg into this slot right here. Do that on both sides. Boom. I almost feel like I'm transforming Soundwave instead of a robot that transforms into a jet, because basically he just becomes a box. Bring these wings down that actually peg into the arms. Bring the cockpit forward. You might want to raise the hinge up, then bring it down. Bring that tail fin up. And now you have a jet with a robot under it. He has some fake landing gear here. Of course, that doesn't roll because it's just hard plastic. And some more fake landing gear up here. His weapons can port in. This gun ports in very poorly. It just droops down easily. I guess you can put it up here, but he'll be looking just as dumb as Jetfire did with his gun up here. In fact, oh, wait a minute. There are two ports here. So the gun can go right here and fit into both of these ports. Go in there. Now it's just a jet with a big giant cannon hanging off of it. And this nose cone is rubber and can bend down like that. Vehicle mode with his aerial bots. Their noses are touching the ground. Wait a minute. Silverbolt's final mode from jet mode. Put us up this landing gear. Grab these arms. Rotate them. You might want to get this out the way, but I didn't. Bring the arms and align them like this. Push the hands out of the way. You can go ahead and get this cockpit out the way. Now, actually, his legs are where you want them to be. This part right here is extremely difficult to pull out, so I had to do it with my fingernail clipper or some other flat tool. To bring this up, raise his antenna, and place that there. Now you can lift this panel up that I was messing with earlier to fill in that gap and bring this over here to form his chest. Come on. And there we go. We can pull these down to reveal his combiner ports. And now he's a giant torso with a head. Why is he a giant torso with a head? Because he's a combiner. I've already transformed a few of his buddies into their limb modes. They have these combiner joints right there that just slide into place right here. And it just locks into place. It doesn't seem to be locking tight so far, but let's see if all of them are like that. Or maybe I'm just pulling it right. It's supposed to come down right here over the combiner joint. Now let's get him an arm or two. Same deal. Combiner port right there. Slide the robot into there. Now he has an arm. And because Hasbro's is an evil genius, I have to take a Decepticon, since he's the only other available different mold, and give him an arm here. And their scheme is, hey, you don't have to match them all up as a combiner team. You could just buy any 4 robots and make one big giant robot. Let me bring them back here. And so far, he's kind of impressive. Yes, impressive. His head isn't on a ball joint. It's on a swivel, just a regular swivel. Of course, he has 2 points at every shoulder. They rotate this way and outward. And each of them have a double jointed elbow and a swivel at the elbow. The hands swivel, but of course they come loose since they're just parts combined in there. The thumb can bend right here. And raise and lower. And the hand can open up to grasp things, and the fingers all move together. As far as his legs, his hips, his legs kick very high up and go all the way back. He has swivel at the hip, a knee joint. Let me move this hand out the way. I pushed it down since it's just up in there, but the knees, yeah, this likes to come off. I don't like that. But the knees bend 90 degrees. And there's actually swivel at the knee. Nothing at the toes, since besides rotation, but no pivot. But he's a nice big satisfying robot. And I'm happy to own him. Silverbolt's cool by itself, but Superion is very cool too, and he's very massive. Here he is next to a leader class to see. This is a general idea of what he's going to look like next to Leader Megatron when he comes out. But I think Leader Megatron is like maybe that much taller than Jetfire. Here he is with a Voyager. To let you see how tall he is. I guess Silverbolt is deluxe class size. Yeah, he's like slightly taller than his knees. But I can't wait for them to bring out the other aerial bots. But I'm very satisfied right now. Like, I wish I didn't have to use him as an arm, but this is cool. Before I end things completely, this thumb can move around for stability down there. And here's a close-up on his face, which is highly, highly detailed. And those antennae are soft rubber. This has been T-Man978. If you watched this video all the way through, please take a moment and press the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe because I'll have more to come. Thank you for watching. See you next time.